Hey guys, in this few moments, we're gonna go through several cardio exercises that you can do in a seated position. So this is gonna be your library of seated cardio exercises. Let's get it started. The first one, rotational jabs. Now, we're gonna have our arms up like we're in a boxing stance, ready to fight, right? Now, I'm in a chair, it's got a back here, you can see the back. We wanna stay away from the back. So try to get to the edge of your seat, the front, but be safe, Or if you have to be back a little bit further, try not to lean against the back of the chair. Try to lift your chest, use your strong core muscles to keep you lifted, and let's box. So, rotational jabs. Right, left, or left, right, whatever way you wanna start, it doesn't matter. Now, sometimes, one thing I wanna tell you, sometimes we do a straight forward. That's not rotation, that's a straight jab. So let's do rotational jabs where we're going crossing the body, right arm hits the left corner, left arm hits the right corner. And if you can go a little bit more rotation, brilliant. If you gotta start small and then ease into a bigger rotation, not a problem at all. So you can go as quick or as slow as you need to in order to push your own self. And then maybe you can get a little bit bigger or faster as you go. And that is it. That's your rotational jab. The next exercise is going to be a ladder climb. Now we're gonna pretend, again, edge of the seat, not pretending that. Now we're gonna pretend there's an imaginary ladder coming right in front of us. We're gonna reach up and we're gonna climb from one peg to the other, or one little, whatever you call those, beam. We're just gonna climb and climb. Now maybe your climb starts here. It almost feels like you're one of those, what do you call them, mimes, right? And then you can maybe climb higher and higher. Maybe you can start pulling your arms down further and you can really reach up. Now this ladder climb, and notice my hands when I'm climbing, I'm opening and closing. I'm literally gripping the ladder. I'm gripping as I climb. Now this ladder climb, especially as I pull my elbows down and I squeeze my back muscles, this is fantastic for posture. It also is a big movement, so you're gonna get your heart rate lifted, and it's great for your brain and your balance, even though you're seated, because you're doing big movements. So let's climb that ladder and keep climbing. That's a pretty cool exercise, great for everybody. So similar to a cross jab, we're now gonna reach from one corner to the other corner. So you're drawing a ginormous box, and it can be as tall as you possibly can reach, and we're going corner to corner, and we're just gonna reach or tap or grab. So my fingers are gonna tap. Let's do that, tap, tap, tap. And just like the rotational jabs, I am trying to rotate my core as I reach to the corner. And one element that's gonna help with vision and vestibular training is if you turn your head and you look from corner to corner. That is a big deal. But if you find yourself getting a little bit dizzy, then just stay looking forward for right now and give a little peek here and there. And then look forward. So good. That is a great exercise, again, for posture. If your shoulders are feeling funky, just don't go as high. Don't go as high. Just tap small corners. Just build over time. That's perfectly okay. That is your corner to corner tap. All right, so cross tapping has been a thing that we've seen, or cross punching, cross reaching. Let's keep that going. Our next exercise is going to be cross floor taps. So you might have to sit back a little bit so you are certain that you're gonna stay on your seat. Then we're gonna seek to tap the floor. And you can't see me tapping because I go out of view, but I'm tapping the floor on the outside of my pinky toe. So tap, tap, tap. This is great, again, for many of the reasons we've already talked about as far as cross body. But now we're working a whole different muscle. Our hips are involved. Again, our core is involved to pull us up and down. We're stretching. And our quads to keep us a little bit more stable in this big position of lifting up. And again, if you get dizzy, slow it down or do a little bit less range of motion and just touch the outside of your calf or the outside of your chair in a downward direction. All right, another fabulous cardio exercise in a seated position is a speed bag. As you can tell, I love boxing, and now this one is great for so many reasons. So we're gonna do a speed bag. Now you can turn to the side, quick speed, so you get fist over fist. You can go forward, other side. You can have a lot of fun with a speed bag, and you're gonna go in a forward motion, punching forward. Let me go to the side. See how I'm punching over and under, over and under. Now, be cautious. Make sure your head isn't close by. You want to turn your head away perhaps, so you don't get yourself in the chin. Depending on how you want that speed bag to go, you can do all three directions. You can go higher, you can go normal or neutral, whatever allows. So you can have some fun with that one. Arm swings. This is great for mobility in the shoulders. Lift the chest. It's so good for core stability as you keep your chest lifted. Again, you're not sitting against the back of the chair. And you're gonna try to get both arms to swing equally. Perhaps you've got one that's a little stickier than the other. Give it a little time. See if you can get a little bit more range of motion. And naturally, this is great for your gait. As you're standing and walking, we want those arms to swing. And this is perfect. You can go quicker. Now, if your chair has sides, or if you're in a wheelchair that has sides, you can keep your elbows bent, and you can kind of do an arm swing like this. That works too. Hey, so we've gone through several exercises. Let's keep it going. Marching. I like it when, as you're coming up from, off the back of your seat, you hold the side to stabilize you when you're marching. This is a good way to march to keep your chest lifted. What we don't want to do is we don't want to round like this. This is not ideal. Lift the chest and lift those knees. Trying to drive the knee to the chest. You can go quick. You can go high and slower, but whatever way you do it, make sure you're pushing yourself. Remember, this is cardio exercises, so you want to get kind of as speedy and as big as you can get it so that your heart rate comes up. I'm gonna kick off my flip-flops as I show you the next one. Push my chair, maybe your front kicks. We're just gonna kick the leg out, kind of like we're soccer players, right? We're kicking that ball. Now, notice my knee bends slightly before I kick. That's what you want. We wanna lift the knee and then kick. Now, another way to think of this is that you can pretend you're like dancing. Stand up and kick and dance, kick and dance, kick and dance. There's good things you can do here. So we're just doing some quick kicks. We want to get that heart rate again. This is a big move. We're supporting our spine by holding onto the side of our chairs. And that is that. Simple exercises anyone can do. They don't have to be as big as how I did them, but have fun with them. And that is your seated cardio portion of your exercise library.